Boom. So if carbon makes up a lot of the biological world, we decided to call this study organic chemistry. And carbon compounds would often be defined as organic compounds. The idea that they were made or came from living systems. Then in 1828, Friedrich Wöhler made urea. Urea is a compound that can be found in urine. He took a cyanate and he was able to use energy and reorganize the bonds there to make urea. So Wöhler basically said, yeah, we can make these organic things. It doesn't have to be some living creature's process to make these. So what we are going to do is we're going to teach you what you should know for the first day of your organic chemistry class. At Indiana University, before you come into organic class, they expect you to know how to name it. So they usually assign that over summer. We're going to go through the naming that you would need to know for that. So today we are going to cover alkanes. These are the simplest organic compounds. They end in ane, and they are what we call saturated. Saturated means they have the maximum number of hydrogen that they could have. That's because it's all going through sp3 hybridization. The carbons in alkanes form 4 bonds, no more, no less. We will have straight chains and branch chains. Aliphatic hydrocarbon is one that contains no rings, so alkanes are considered to be aliphatic. Chains in normal hydrocarbons, even though we may draw them that look straight, remember they got that 109.5 angle. So meth means 1, eth means 2, prop means 3, bute means 4, pent means 5, hex means 6, hept means 7, oct means 8, non means 9, and dec means 10. So there are basic ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If it is a carbon chain with only 1 carbon, we said that these are called alkanes. So we name a 1 carbon alkane methane. And as I said, it has the maximum number, the sp3 hybridization, so it's got 4 H's. Boom, boom. Ethane would be a 2 carbon chain. Again, saturated with hydrogens. Right? So this is CH4. This is C2H6. Go ahead and take a second and draw propane yourself. Anybody guess the formula for it? C3H8. Good. If we take a look, CH4, C2H6, C3H8, we can make a comparison with the number of carbons and the number of hydrogens. Hydrogens, carbons that are on the end are called primary carbons. Let's say they're of first degree. Carbons in the middle of 2 carbons would be called secondary carbons. Primary carbons always have 3 H's. Secondary carbons always have 2 H's. Tertiary carbons have only 1 H. And quaternary carbons would not have any H's. So the formula for C3H8 or C2H6, if we know the number of carbons, anybody mathematically get from 1 to 4, 2 to 6, and 3 to 8 and have one formula?
2, 1 plus 2.
Multiply the number of carbons, and we add 2. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So C4H what?
10.
C4H10. That would be butane. C4H10. You might see it written like this as well. That's the same thing. If we branch it out, that's the H3 you see. There are the 2 H's. There are the 3 H's. You might also see it drawn like this. This is known as a stick figure. Here's a carbon, here's a carbon, here's a carbon, here's a carbon. Wherever you stop and continue drawing, there is a carbon. So start, 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't write the hydrogens on there. We assume that it's saturated. So this carbon has 3, this carbon has 2, this has 2, this has 3. Cool, cool, cool. So there are the basic alkanes with no branches. Here we have butane, but coming off of one of the carbons is a little branch. So we need to come up with a way to name that. We can't just say, oh, butane with a branch. Yeah, it's butane with a branch, it's the second carbon. Well, how many is on the branch? How many is there? You can't see it? I want to see it over there or over there. Somebody tell me how many is on the second carbon?
Just a CH3.
It's the CH3. So how many is that then? Let's use numbers. Answer my questions. How many?
How many what? How many carbons?
Yeah.
1.
One carbon.
So wouldn't it be like methyl or something?
Well, we know it's meth because meth identifies one carbon, right? And that is called a chain. Those chains are called alkyl groups. Whenever we were naming alkanes, we changed the ending to ane. So if we're naming alkyl groups, we change the ending to -yle. So it will be methyl or methyl. Where is it? It's on the second carbon. This is the first carbon, this is the second carbon, this is the third carbon, and this is the fourth carbon. How many are there? How many carbons are in the branch coming off? 1. There's the branch. How many are in the major chain? 4. So that is 2-methylbutane. Makes sense? Now we got a bunch of weird rules that you need to read through. Locate the longest chain. It's not always easy as it sounds. This gives the ending of the name. Number the longest chain so that alkyl groups would be on the lowest numbered carbon possible. I'm not sure if you know what that means, but we'll see in a second. If the same alkyl group occurs more than once as a side chain on a molecule, indicate this by prefixes di, tri, tetra. If there are 2 or more different alkyl groups attached to the same chain, and they could have the same lowest number, or the same number, or a different number, assign the lower number that you can first. But if like both are going to be on the third carbon, depending on how you go, the lowest number gets the first alphabetically. So which one of these comes first? Alphabetically.
Butane? Butyl or?
Yeah, so if it's a butyl group, you would give it the lowest number if it were between a butyl and any other group. What's next?
Ethyl?
Yeah, so if it's an ethyl group, you would try to get it the lowest number if they matched up. So do you want
Wait,
to?
no, I think think it was a deco, like a DEC was first.
But that's probably not going to be a chain, a branch, right? That would be crazy. It could be. So, do you want to jump into the fire, or do you want more notes? You know I hate giving notes. Let's do a few more, then we'll jump into the fire. So if we take a look, this is hexane. This also is hexane. Right? Remember, these things, we could draw it like this, or we could draw it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So many ways. Right? Or we could draw it like this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What if I drew it like this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing. So you can see that we can, all of these are the same thing. They're all hexane. Now, this right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would be pentane. On the second carbon of that pentane, there is a 1-carbon chain or branch. So we will call this 2-methyl pentane. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we still have the longest chain being pentane. And if we get stuck in our numbering systems, we read from left to right, so we must number left to right. We would name that incorrectly. We would name that as 4-methyl pentane, which is wrong, because this doesn't have to be the 4th carbon. If we take a look, this is my right hand. This is also my right hand. This is my right hand, my thumb pointing left. This is my right hand, my thumb pointing right. So instead of this being the 4th carbon, this is still what?
The second carbon. Just
Yeah.
count from the right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are counting. We get to choose how we want to count.
So do you just go with the number that's smaller versus like left to right?
You want this to have the smallest identifying number versus 2 and 4. 2 is smaller.
Okay.
Three methyl pentane, that's just showing you it doesn't matter which way you number, you're going to be the same. 2,3 dimethyl pentane. So the di tells you that there are 2 methyls. One is on the second carbon and one is on the third carbon. 2,3 dimethyl pentane. 2,2 dimethyl butane. That's telling you that each of those methyl groups are both on the second carbon of the butane. So anytime you see dimethyl, you better have 2 numbers here. If this were trimethyl, how many numbers would I need?
3.
3. The trimethyl tells me I have 3 branches with single carbons. The numbers tell me where they are located. Let's take a look here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 butane and a 2-carbon group coming off the second. So they're saying it's 2-ethyl butane. Why is it not 2-ethyl butane?
Because the longest chain has 5 carbons. If you go from the right down.
We need to look at this right here. That's actually the longest chain. This is the branch. So the longest chain has 5 carbons, so that makes it pentane. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, doesn't matter where. That CH3 right there is coming off the third of the pentane, so that is 3-methyl pentane. Boom, what's that? 4-ethyl 3,5-dimethyl-nonane. So we have a chain that is 9 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On the fourth is an ethyl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ethyl means 2. 3, 5. 1, 2, 3. Methyl. 4, 5. And take a look again why I can do this. There's CH3. There's CH2. There's CH. There's CH3. That's the methyl. There's C. CH again, I believe. CH2. CH3. There is CH2. CH2. Oops, I almost forgot. CH. CH3. CH2. 1, 2, 3. One more, CH2, CH3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ethyl, ethyl. 3, 5, 2 methyls, dimethyl. This is why we can do the stick figure. If we can count, this carbon here has the number of hydrogens minus 2. So 4 minus 2. This carbon here has the number of hydrogens minus 1, 2, 3 bonds, right? So can you draw yourself 2,2,4-trimethylpentane using either of these methods?
Will you accept the way they drew it in part A? Like just the C, 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 C.
No, that's like a skeletal figure or skeletal structure. Yep. Actually, one of the quiz requirements is that you draw it this way, and then another one is that you draw it this way.
So you have to do both, either.
By Thursday, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. 2,2,4-trimethyl pentane. Somebody might have sit there and went like this, you know. To start it out. Boom, right? Two, 2, 4 dimethyl pentane. Questions? In my mind, these are the same thing.
You would accept the one on the right as well, or no?
Yeah, any of these.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It's all the same. I don't need you to show the angles. Like we said, you could do it straight like that. That makes sense? Or you could do it like this. Anybody want to name number 1?
Is it 2-methylpropane?
Yep. There are hyphens between letters and numbers and commas between numbers and numbers. Anybody but Akshay for number 2? No. Can anybody give me the longest chain then for number 2? Jonathan, do you have the longest chain for number 2? No. Gabe, you can count them, right? What's the longest chain in number 2, Gabe?
From the CH3 to the CH3.
That's a perfect way to describe it because you made me basically answer it, right?
Did I?
Yeah, because I could go CH3 to CH3, but that would be wrong. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3.
It's
If we
4.
went from this CH3 to this CH3, how many would we have?
I see what you mean, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
that's
1,
what
2,
I meant.
4. That's what you meant. Of course you did. You meant the right thing, right? So that is 4. So that is how. What's the name of that? Did I break you guys? This is too hard?
A heptane, like 4-ethylheptane.
No, no, no. I don't want the name. I just want the name of the chain, the longest chain.
Butane.
Butane.
There we go. Emma's not broken. Good. Butane. Good, good. So, how do you want to name it? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4? A or B, the first one I said, or the second one, or from top to bottom, or bottom to top. Gabe,
Top
what
to-
about you?
What did you say?
How do you want to number it? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my God, you're awesome at this. That seems like that sounds like something your brother would do to me. One on top or one on bottom?
On top.
Yes. We want this right here, branch, to get the lowest number. If we number this 1, 2, 3, 4, the branch gets the lowest number. It gets 2. So that's 2. How many carbons are in the branch?
1.
1. So what is that called? A 1 carbon branch?
Methyl.
Methyl. I'm pretty sure that you got this, Akshay. If you do have a question or whatever, let me know. But we got to get some of these other guys talking. I'm not trying to be mean to you or anything. I just got to gain an understanding, and with not a lot of cameras on, it's hard to do that. Like I can't even see the expressions whenever their hair flies off a little bit and smoke comes out of their ears whenever they don't get something. I get to see it here with Rody though. You good? You want to try one? He does not want to try one. All right, pay attention. Can you see this? Okay. I don't think I can make it any bigger. Okay, cool. So, all right. Leonardo has entered the conversation. Good, good. What is the longest chain for number 3?
Is it heptane?
All right. Emma's not going to give you a chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7's winning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is heptane. Good. So no matter which way I count, I get heptane. All right. Which carbon is that branch coming off of? I'm actually going to write it right under here so I don't have to keep moving the paper. Anybody, which carbon is that coming off of? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4? Brady's entered the game. 4. How many carbons are in that chain?
Two.
2. Good. What do we call a 2-carbon branch? A 1-carbon branch is meth. What's a 2?
Ethyl.
Ethyl. There we go. Ethyl. So that is 4-ethyl heptane. 4-ethyl heptane. Take second.
Mr. Jack,
Like
I have a
second
question.
Wednesday, right? Yeah, question actually.
So if you have like an ethyl and a methyl in the name, you put the ethyl first, right? Then the methyl,
You got
since
it.
it's like
Alphabetical. Yep. Ethyl
okay, thank
methyl, which is what we've got in the case of number 4, maybe. Somebody want to give me the longest chain for number 4? Louder? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like 7. Good, right? We'll do that in a second. So Brody said it's heptane. So he said, how do we decide? Well, it doesn't matter. If we call it this, 1, 2, 3, it will be 1, 2, 3 for the ethane. If we call it this, it will be 1, 2. Oh, look at that. It'll be 1, 2, 3 with an ethane on there, won't it? It doesn't matter which way we number this. It's going to be 3 ethyl something. So 3 ethyl. And then on the 4th is a 1 branch, 4 methyl heptane. Keeping in mind the ethyl is written first because it starts with an E, and E comes before em. So then here is the cool thing. This one right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which one?
8.
8. 8 is more than 7. Trying to see where you guys aren't understanding, and it's not that 8 is greater than 7. That's good. 8 is greater than 7. Octane is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait, maybe I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have octane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could go 3 methyl or 1, 2, 3, 4 ethyl. Which one do we do? This is hard. What's the lowest number, 3 or 4? Right?
3.
Yeah, 3 is the lowest number. Good. So we want to give the lowest number. So that means that between giving a 3 or the 4, 3 is lower than 4. So we will do 3 methyl, octane, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ethyl. 5 ethyl, 3 methyl, octane. It's one of these.
Okay, so why wouldn't you go the opposite way and do 3 ethyl, 5 methyl?
It's not 3 ethyl. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 ethyl. Or 1, 2, 3 methyl. Right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
And 4
Mr.
greater than 3. We want to give it the least number.
Jackson, I have a question.
Yeah.
So what if you had those like 2 scenarios? You had 5 ethyl, 3 methyl, or 3 ethyl, 5 methyl. What would you take? You would take 3
That's
ethyl.
what I wanted to happen here, but it just didn't. The question is what if it were 3 ethyl and 3 methyl that we were trying to determine between, right? You could either start the numbering here and it would be 3 methyl, or you could start the numbering here and it would be 3 methyl. Well, what does your gut instinct tell you?
You would take the ethyl since it's alphabetically ordered.
Yep. So somebody making up the rules sat there and said, well, this could happen. What should we do? Well, we're writing it in alphabetical order. Why wouldn't we just put the 3 with the ethyl and the 5 with the methyl? Yep. This actually might be a cooler one if we were to take off one of these, like to white it out, you know, because then we would have that exact situation, that scenario. Who wants 6? Who have I know? Is there any? I don't think I've ever heard Owen's voice ever. Have I? Owen, have you ever talked to me? How about Gavin? Gavin, have you ever talked to me?
I think I have.
You think you have. So talk to me today, Gavin. This is a start, right? Start of a beautiful thing. So if we take a look, what is the longest consecutive chain of carbon that you can find in number 6?
10.
I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What does 10 equate to? Still with you, Gavin.
I can't think of that word. It's
The 10th month of the year. It used to be the 10th month of the year. What's the last month of the year?
December.
You got it.
So
So we call this decane.
decade.
Yep. So now you've got the choice. You can name a number at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get the big question you have to ask yourself is 5 less than 6 or is 6 less than 5?
So it'd be 5.
There you go, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know that this is harder, and I'm making a little bit of light fun of it, but I think once you guys get these down, you'll be like, yeah, why was this so hard? And it's basically because it's like nothing you've ever done before in your life, right? 5. What's coming off the 5? 1 and 2, a branch of 1 carbon and a branch of 2 carbon. What is the name of the branch of 1 carbon?
Ethyl
Nope.
or methyl
Methyl, and the branch of 2?
is ethyl.
That's ethyl. So the big question you have to ask yourself, does M in the alphabet come before E, or does E in the alphabet come before M?
E.
E comes first. So we're going to start with ethyl. And you told me it was on the 5. So this is 5 ethyl, 5 methyl decane. Good job. Anybody want 7? Owen has still never spoken to me. He's got this thing. I never talked to that guy once. He'll be able to say that maybe. Anybody? It looks like a mess, doesn't it? Brody said, yeah. Do you want to try it, Emma? Yeah, let's go for it. I don't know.
Okay, so
Go for
is
it.
the longest chain 9?
Yeah, Brody says, yeah. So,
Okay,
so it is
non-tane.
nonane. Good.
Oh, nonane.
Don't worry. Yeah, a lot of them like pentane. Yeah, you have that T and butane, but just nonane.
Okay,
You
and
want to
then
number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is the one. Never mind. We don't have to white out anything on that one. From top to bottom or bottom to top?
wait, okay. Top to bottom, right?
There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's either going to be 4 methyl or 4 ethyl. We want the 4, the lowest number, to go with ethyl. 4 ethyl. Actually, does that mean that whenever we were on number 5, you were already down to number 7?
No, I was doing number. I was just wondering because you had mistaken the number. I didn't realize it was on 7.
So 4 ethyl, and then we continue the numbering from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we got, Emma? Where's the ethyl?
6.
You got it. Good. 4 ethyl, 6 methyl nonane. La 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 la. The last thing is drawing 4-ethyl octane. This is probably easier. So if I say oct, you say what?
8.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4-ethyl. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's coming off this 4? How many? F is what?
2.
2. Then we can put the H's in. 1 bond, so 3 H's. The number of bonds and the number of H's must equal 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. If you don't like that, you could have done it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 4th hydrogen, there is an ethyl group. This is taking about twice as long as the other way, right? Yes, yes. Or you could have went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ethyl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Ta-da! You will be required to do at least one of these and one of these. Do we need to do another one? One more? Oh, I don't want to do that one. That doesn't seem like too much. Let's do this. 2-ethyl, 3-methyl, 2-methyl, 3,4-dimethyl heptane. So let's do it the easy way first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2-ethyl. 1, 2. There is an ethyl coming off. 3,4-dimethyl. 3, 4, dimethyl. Oh, that's not going to be 2. CH3, CH, CH2, CH3, CH, CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. 2-ethyl, 3,4-dimethyl heptane. La la la. For Debar, I'd like for you to finish up that page and do the front and back of page 7 and 8, where it says worksheet number 2. That's all I got. If you got questions, we only got about another minute. This is the longest lecture of the semester, probably. Have a great day, guys. If you do need to watch this again, I will put it in there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Was that Owen? Did Owen actually speak to me? Nope. I don't think it was Owen. Yep. Amari, you have a question?
I exited. No, I exited in time. I heard you ask a question. No, that was me that said thank you.
Okay.
I just thought it was rude that I didn't come back and answer. So thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. You too.